So far I have discussed about what is that conductor, what is it insulators, and how to represent the circuit, what are the symbols while representing in that electric circuit, and open circuit means what, closed circuit means what, and if the bulb is not glowing, what are the reason for that. So these are the things I explained in that particular slot. So in the next slide we will move to that how liquid can conduct electricity, and followed by that what is mean by that electroplating. So these are the things we will study in the next slide. Okay, so that liquid can conduct electricity, for that what activity we are going to do. So just say it, liquid can conduct electricity or not. Okay, so first thing, you have to take one small cap or small beaker. So in that beaker pour some lemon juice. Okay, so you need to take some other solution also, we will come to that. So anyway, first you have to take one cap or beaker. So this is that beaker, and into that beaker I will take lemon solution, lemon juice, and you have to take the free wires. That free wire should be connected with that battery. So connected with that battery, and connect with that bulb also. Okay, and this free wire is connect with this one. Okay, this is the case. Make sure that both wires, this wire and this wire, should be dipped into this lemon juice. Now once if we connect, the distance is not so far, it should be 1 centimeter apart. Okay, the distance between the two wires, and here you just connect with that switch also, then it will be very easy. Okay, so connect with the switch. Okay, now if you switch it on means, just what will happen. So maybe the look at that power of that bulb, how it is glowing, whether it is glowing very bright manner or little bit dull that kind of manner. So if it is very bright means what will happen, so that current, that movement of ions in between the two, because there is small gap only. So in between that gap we have to know that in between that gap there will be some ions and all transforming, right? There will be some movement of electrons, so that only the circuit is completed. But we are not connect directly. Instead of that we are keeping some distance, that the distance is 1 centimeter. Due to the distance between that, although there will be some transformation of ions, transformation of electrons are present, so that only the bulb is glowing. So instead of taking lemon juice, if you take salt, so instead of taking lemon juice, if you take salt solution, salt and pour in some water means, the bulb will glow very brightly, because already you know that salt is a good conductor of electricity. So likewise you have to take that different kinds of solution. For example, salt you can take, sugar you can take, lemon juice, vinegar, and the different what's called fruit juice also, different fruits, citrus fruits we can take, and for that, so that is called when you are taking the different types of solution, you may observe that some of them it will be very good conductor, some of them it will be poor conductor. So based on that brightness of that light, so how that brightness will vary means, you know that how the bulb is glowing. So first thing is how the bulb is glowing, how the bulb is glowing. So this thing you have to know, very important, this is very important. So you know that where the electricity is be formed, how the energy will be changing. So from the battery, so inside the battery what are the things is present. So inside the battery it's a chemical source, right? So in black color compound is present, no, the black color rod also, carbon rod also present. So that's a chemical source. Okay, So that chemical source, from that chemical energy, so inside that chemical source there will be some electric potential difference. So due to that electric potential difference, the ions and all continuously moving due to that electric potential difference. So the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. Due to that movement of ions, that electricity is passed. That movement of ions, what will happen? Because of the potential difference. So for example, you just imagine in front of you one person is standing, and you have to give some force by your hand to that person. What will happen? The person may fall. If he is not steady, the person may going to fall. Why? Because you are applying some greater force. So due to that application of force, the person is going somewhere. That means going to fall. Same way, just imagine, so in front of lot of person, behind also lot of person, one person is applying heavy force to that forward person, means that person going to apply another person. So likewise the chain is continuously moving. Because of that, so continuous movement will be happen. That continuous movement is called because of that electrical potential difference. That is, we will say that potential difference between the two terminal, positive and negative. So that difference will make sure that movement of ions. So due to that movement of ions, the chemical energy will be converted into electrical energy. So inside that electric bulb, if I did you see that inside that electric bulb there will be some filament is there, right? So how can we say whether the bulb is broken or not? So we can able to see whether the filament is broken, means we will say that a bulb is fused. Whether the filament is not broken means we can say that the bulb is not fused. Am I right? Okay. So when you break that any bulb means some kind of gases and all will come out, right? Okay, so this is called inside that super ionized state. Okay, when you are passing the electric source to that bulb, so it will get a lot of enormous amount of heat. This filament will get enormous amount of heat. Due to that heating effect, the bulb is enormously heated. So due to that heating effect, the bulb is start to glow at that ionized state. Okay, so it's a very highly temperatured state. Okay, so due to that high amount of heat, the bulb start to glow under that temperature. So temperature is very important. Okay, if the amount of electricity is not sufficient to produce that much amount of heat, so the bulb will not glow. So we can say for example, low voltage is coming, means if you think that the low voltage is coming, means that time the bulb is glowing not in the bright manner, so it will somewhat a very dull color. We will say that that time low voltage is coming, so kindly please switch off that, because maybe that electric appliances will get fused. There is a chance. So when the amount of electricity is very very important, so it is more than enough to glow that bulb. So even though if it is giving that ions continuously, some kind of heating effect also, the remaining amount of current will be dissipated in the heating form of current. As you know that heating effect is very important, it cannot be avoided. So whenever the electricity is passing to any appliances, there are two effects will be happen. So one is called magnetic effect. Okay, magnetic effect, and another one is called heating effect. So just remember that one, magnetic effect and heating effect is very important. So heating effect, how it will be happen means that the remaining amount of that current, if it is for example if I want only 4 dosa, means if they gave extra some dosa means what I have to do? So I can't able to eat, no, because I already ate 4 dosa means so the remaining I'm wasting, right? So same way the remaining amount of current will be dissipated in the form of heat. So it will be surrounded around that appliances, so that only that heating effect will be formed. And even if you consider that fan is rotating continuously, after some times if you touch on that means there will be some heating effect is there. And if you take any other bulb, even the bulb also, after you switch off, if you touch it means there will be some heating effect will be there. And magnetic effect, it is be unavoidable. Okay, so we cannot avoid that one whenever the electricity is passed to any object. Anyway, So so far we discussed that liquid can conduct electricity. Okay, liquid can conduct electricity. So we conclude that liquid can conduct electricity. And what is the thing is, okay, how can we check if it is a very small amount of current only is there, sir, but the bulb is not glowing but the current is passing because I have connected some metal piece only, but the bulb is not glowing, sir. So what I have to do? How can I check whether even though the small amount of current is passing, how can I prove it means? So for that, either you can take either LED light. If you take LED light means this is called one long end, another one is a short node, the long node and short node. So the long node is positive, short node is negative. Okay, so this is called LED bulb. So if you ask to that what was that electronic store means, you will get that LED bulb. So LED, so LED means light emitting diode, so that you have to know that. In that LED it is called lead. Okay, that lead, short lead and long lead. So long lead is called positive and short lead is negative. So instead of that small, that yellow color bulb, for that, instead of, you have to take that LED bulb and you connect with that circuit. Even the small amount of current also presents, this LED bulb will glow. So we can check whether the current is passing, the small amount of current is passing or not. How can we check, sir? Means one way is you have to take a LED bulb. Another way we can check is uh, magnetic compass. So we have to take magnetic compass. So magnetic compass, how can we connect this one? How can we check whether in this particular circuit how the current is going or not, that small amount of current? So for that same way, you have to take one cap, and in that you have to fill any acidic solution or whatever it is. Maybe you will take water with some salt. If you dissolve some salt means, so this is called salt solution. And the free end you have to connect with that. Here one box you can take, and here you can here switch on. Okay, switch on here. So switch on here. So instead of that one, I'll take that here magnetic compass. You have to fit it, and you have to wind some wire around this one. Okay, wind some wire, and free end you have to connect it. Now if you put the switches on means, what will happen? Here you have to connect with that battery. Sorry, I'll forget to battery here. So battery, yes. So battery, if we connect that means, so when the switch is on means, so from that battery it will go that, and here that magnetic needle, it will be what's called oscillating. So the magnetic needle is oscillating, the magnetic compass is oscillating whenever the presence of, even though it's a small current, because of that presence of current, it will indicate that some oscillation will occur on that magnetic compass. So when you switch off means, it will show that north south direction, but when you switch it on, it will be away from that north south direction. There will be some deflection occurs. So that deflection, from that we can able to say, so whether the current is passing or not in the particular circuit. Okay students, so in your book they gave one activity, they gave one box, different kinds of solution they took. You need to take here, whenever you are going to dip into the solution, make sure that once if you did in any one solution means, for the next solution you are going to do means, you have to wipe with any what's called salt paper or any cloth. You have to just make them to dry, and then you have to just dip into that any other solution, otherwise the result will not be obtained as we expected. Okay, so these are the things I said about this liquid can conduct electricity or not. So anyway, we'll follow that electroplating in the upcoming upcoming video. I will explain about that, what is meant by electroplating and what are that appliances. Okay, so you have to know that what is the heating effect and what is the magnetic effect, how to check whether the small amount of current presence or not. Okay, students, so this is that today's class anyway. So in the summary part, I will revise that all the concepts, which are the concepts so far we discussed, and you just check it and fill in that tabular column. So tabular column they given, right? So first one serial number, and you itself you can take. So solution, what are the solution you will take, whether it's a salt or what is called sugar solution, or different kinds of solution, whether the bulb is glowing or not. Bulb is glowing means you have to put the tick mark, not glowing means you have to put that that into mark. Okay, so you can check which are the solution it will conduct that electricity. So from this we have to conclude that liquid can conduct electricity. So we will discuss that electroplating in the next slide, that means next week. Okay students, this is the today's class, and in today's class what are the things we have discussed, what is meant by conductors and what is meant by insulators, and only the solid can conduct electricity or not, or even the liquid also will conduct electricity. How can we check even the small amount of current while it is present into that liquid? So these are the things so far I have discussed. In the upcoming section we will see that what is meant by electroplating and what is that uses. So anyway, I hope you understand. So thank you all. We will see in the next slide. Thank you.